It almost looks like ginger, but this is not ginger.
What is it?
This is sunchokes. These are sunchokes. So, and we'll look at ginger in a minute. Most of the time they're round and bumpy like this. This almost looks like ginger, but I'm sure. Let me make sure. It doesn't smell like ginger, but it could be because that looks like ginger. But I don't think it is. I think all these, see, they tend to be round and bumpy. So, let me just break it. Nope, it's not. See, it's white. So that's white. And ginger does not look like that. We're going to cook these. So I'm going to take a few of these out. So I put this in straw. I've ordered a basket, 2 or 4, I think, 4 wooden baskets that are half bushel. And it turns out all of the sunchokes I picked fit right in here and in this straw. So instead of being in cardboard, the baskets will have a little bit more ventilation. And we have a cool room that we'll go to in a little while and look at our ferments, but we have the cool room and I'll be able to keep them in there. And I have somebody who told me that she's kept them for 4 to 6 months. I will probably easily use these in 4 to 6 months. This was about 3 or 4 rows. I think it was only 3 rows. It might have been 4 rows, about, 2.5, 3 feet wide, and, of sunchokes. And it made a lot just for the first year. And we left little pieces in the ground. They'll come back next year. They are a perennial because they come back year after year. They can be invasive if you aren't careful because they do go underground. We can keep them contained in our garden because we have garden beds. So, but I do want to put them around here because they have the big yellow sunflowers. They're like a sunflower, and they're big and pretty and yellow. They're about like this big, the flowers, and they were really pretty at the end of the year. So I may plant them over there. I'm not sure. I want to plant some more though. And these are supposed to be edible, so I've never eaten one yet. And if we have time today, we'll cook some. You can boil them sort of like potatoes. You don't have to take the skins off. You can eat the skins. And you can put garlic and butter and all that and kind of mash them up like potatoes. You can roast them and you can also ferment them. So I'm going to try to take some of these as well this year and ferment them like we do all our other ferments and see what they taste like. And they're supposed to be crunchy like watercress nut. So you can eat them actually raw. So maybe Bree and I will try them before the end of this day and we're going to see how they taste. So, but I stuck them in here because we got them out of the ground before the frost last weekend. And they were sitting on my living room floor and I needed to get them out of the way. So they aren't washed. I just kind of, we shook the dirt off. So we'll probably get a few out today. A little pan of them. I won't do many. But anyway, so I layered them in this box. Now, the box below has ginger. So this is our sunchoke box, which is fairly heavy. So there's a good many in there. So this is our ginger box.
What do we need to know about sunchokes before you move on to ginger? Can they be hard to digest for some people?
Yes. So thank you. Sunchokes have inulin in them. And inulin is considered a prebiotic. So inulin is actually it can make you really gassy. So, and give you just pain in your stomach and gas pain. So there are ways when you cook them, once you prepare them, typically the inulin is broken down and you don't have so much trouble with it. Not everybody has trouble with it. My other half, Tim, does not have trouble. He does not get gassy, but I get gassy. I have not tried these yet to see if the inulin does that to me. But I know that I have trouble with other types of products that are prebiotic that can make me really, really gassy.
Like chicory?
Yes.
Chicory
oh my gosh. I will double over in pain if I get too much chicory. And it is also a prebiotic. So acai. Acacia. Acai is a different It's a fruit.
It's a berry.
A berry. But acacia is also a prebiotic. Because I get acacia with inulin in a package, and you can put it in yogurt. You can add it to yogurt because it gives it yogurt a little bit more to eat. So anyway, so you do have to be careful with that. And so the ginger, I actually grew it. I just threw some down. I did a video of it a couple weeks ago. So we have lots of these gingers that we're pulling up because it's going to frost. We're going to mulch these super heavy and see if we can keep them until spring. I may only do a handful of these right in front of this tongue on the house, on this trailer tongue. But we'll pick everything else and then see how to cure it. Down here, and I've got a lot of mulch over it right now, and we'll go down and look at the ginger that got killed by the freeze. But I picked a lot of ginger, and so I had to put it in a box, so I did it as well, and some straw. So here is the ginger. So it's a little, so here are the pieces, and I have lots of ginger down in here. So some of it, this was what I planted, so it still has the skin on it, and this is what I grew from those plantings. And so this is the ginger, and I love ginger. I love ginger tea. I like ginger in lots of food, and so I want to keep it. We did plant some in the ground. I mean, keep some in the ground, and we're mulching it really heavily. It's a, it doesn't typically grow all year round in Alabama because we're cold here, and it's a grown down in tropics. It's a tropical plant. So, but it does grow here, and so this came from this. I had a fair amount of ginger in this box. I have quite a bit down in here, actually, all in this hay. So I put it in here to keep it. And we're going to put it up in the cool room as well. So here's ginger. I guess, is this going to make a skin like this or not?
Yeah, it'll dry out a little bit more.
And start making, So anyway, but this is not quite as full. But I don't need tons of ginger. You can also ferment ginger. So you can freeze it and then have, I think you freeze it in little containers for the like ice cube containers.
Yeah,
it's like a silicone.
Yeah, I grate it into silicone ice cube trays and then freeze it and then just pop out about a tablespoon worth and throw it into stir fries, and even just for tea, pour hot water over it.
Yes. I love a hot ginger, spicy ginger. So, and I often do it with lemon, and I put it in, I make tea a lot with it. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so I just am trying to grow it and see. I'm making a mess all over my porch, but I want to see if I can grow, because it's actually, and this was organic ginger that I bought, and ginger's not that expensive, but all these things, if you can grow it yourself over and over and have a bed of it, you know, it's always beneficial, so you don't have to go buy it from the store. And then you want to know a way you can keep it as well so that it stays fresh and usable and doesn't dry out. All right, we can walk down here and look where I had the ginger. I also have turmeric. We have a big turmeric plant that we made a video on last year. So I broke some of those up and we planted them in pots. I have videos on that. And then I planted them in my garden around my mulberry. Well, the frost came, so we've mulched it. We've got about this much mulch on each little turmeric plant. So hopefully next year we're going to have way bigger turmeric plants. So we'll see how those will fare. And I think that's it that's up here. We do try to plant a lot of perennials. We're trying to get more and more perennials. So I have the perennials I have right now. One is called stinging nettle, and it's supposed to be spinach on steroids. So it's in a bad location right now. It loves where it is, but my husband doesn't like where it is, Tim, so I've got to move it. And so I want to bring it down here and have it somewhere where it won't matter if it kind of goes wild. Plus, if it's closer to my location, I will cut it more, keep it cut back, so that I can actually eat it like spinach. I haven't done that yet. So that's a perennial that comes back and comes back. It can be invasive if you don't take care of it. Then we have the asparagus in the garden. We have the sunchokes in the garden. We have lemon, and we have lemon balm. We have those are come back every year. We have mint that comes back every year. So we have some of these things we can actually eat or make tea out of.
What about your comfrey?
Yes, we have comfrey. We have two areas that we're growing comfrey. I've never used it yet, but it is definitely an herb that you can use and make different herbal remedies out of.
It's good for a biodynamic fertilizer if you just cut the leaves and soak them in water to make a compost tea.
Yes. So that's definitely a benefit. My comfrey has not gone wild on me or anything like that. So I'm trying. Of course, we have fruit. We have our berries, our blueberries, and those come back every single year. So that's a fruit that we have all the time. I can't think of anything else at the moment, but
Figs.
Yes, we definitely have figs, and we are going to have more. We're planting a hedgerow this winter, and so we'll definitely have some more things in it. There's I'd like to be able to do, I have them on my counter right now, the very orange fruit that's, it's twangy.
A kumquat?
No. Persimmon.
Okay.
Persimmon. So we have some wild persimmon trees here, but you can also get some tame ones. But I don't know if we're going to get to plant those. We had one, but it died, so we aren't always that great. All right, can you think of anything else? Okay.